Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sure. Yeah. Such a delay between the StreamYard and regular YouTube. A real big lag here.
Yeah, I always wait for it to show up on YouTube and then it's kind of delayed.
Yeah. Well, do I have to if I want to mute it? So let's see what's new today. Oh
Not
man,
much new.
a lot of guys took off middle of the week because Moga has a fiesta. So I wonder if they still do that thing where anybody can walk into anybody's house.
Oh, is it Fiesta time?
Yeah. I wouldn't
Yeah, I
let
think
nobody in there.
my wife's hometown. I think it's August 28th. I got to ask her.
I don't even.
Yeah, man, there were so
Christian
many
finally-
people. Her tiny little town, but on
You know
Fiesta
what?
today, all the people come back from wherever they're at, from, and they
I would
come
have
back
liked
to
to
their
have
home.
gone. I would like to have gone because that young man was sitting on the plane with me, flying into Manila. I don't know where. I forget where he was coming from, but he was from Oklahoma. So, nice guy, nice kid too. So I don't even know if he's there.
If it's the Fiesta time, it's probably really crowded.
Well, I could have probably went there, but I don't want to leave this house. Not everything's done here, so I can't leave the property. Count on my neighbor there that shows up once in a while. He still isn't fully moved into his. Look at that. Christian even came on right away and said, "Have no fear, Viking is here."
Hi, Christian.
But actually, Kiko was saying the fear is that you would show.
Belated happy birthday to you, Christian.
Yeah, what are you, 50, what, 2 now?
39 again.
39, Jack Benny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I remember that clear as yesterday. We had good live entertainment, man. Guys like that are gone, I mean, geez. How many families gather around the tube on Saturday night and watch
And
Carol
laugh.
Burnett? Yeah, and
Harvey
Gold Digger's
Korman.
Dean Martin. Oh yeah, man, this guy's hilarious. That's what made
Who's that
people
guy?
laugh.
Don Rickles.
Don Rickles, yeah. My dad couldn't stand him. I think that was my dad's competition.
Yeah. I like Don
You
Rickles.
couldn't beat one of those today, man.
No, or I like Richard
But
Pryor.
New Year. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I was watching a clip of him on the Johnny Carson shortly after he had that experience with the fire. And I always liked him, man. His comedy. If you took the comedy he had and had somebody else do it, it wouldn't be funny. It's just something about him, the personality he got or how he said things, made him special. We used to, well, of course we had one TV back then, and what Christmas special we were gonna watch, Bob Hope or Andy Williams or whoever, it was like a
I
toss up.
always thought, Richard Pryor, he could just make a face and make you laugh,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That face like he's constipated or something,
He was in that movie, what's that, Harlem Nights, and the boxer stuttered. He goes, not somebody out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Pryor makes that face. Goes, I do now. But it took him forever to answer it, man. A lot of folks didn't like it, but that's an all-star cast of black comedians there. Della Reese, before she turned over the next lead, the new lead there, and became a full-fledged Christian woman, but when she was Red Fox, and it was funny because everybody knew Delarice had a fat ass, right? So he'd say, Benny, he couldn't see for shit, and she'd say, Benny, I tell you to kiss my ass, you blind motherfucker, but you couldn't probably find it. And it made it funny because she had a huge ass.
I worked with a guy in Florida who had a stutter, a very bad stuttering problem, and he'd be talking and would finish the sentence for him, and it had to be frustrating for him, but he was funny. Oh my, was he funny?
I worked a security guard job, waiting on my big break to come to the factory, and a fellow guard, Dale, I forget his last name. His name is Dale. First name, he stuttered, and his wife got a job at some library because they thought, well, she looked way younger than what she was. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have hired her, And Dale had like this '79 Buick. You could wear a suit, work on it, And he came up to where I lived. I lived above the bar, and he came up there, and he would be saying shit, and I'd have to finish it because he's fucking just killing me, man. Yeah. But that's just the issue he had. He said he knew when sex was over, when his wife gave him a pat on the ass and said, "That's enough." He was a funny guy, man. Oh God, man, that was back in early '80s, sort of like '83 or '4, and I don't know whatever happened with him, but he was I think he was, golly, man. I swear he was in his early 60s.
Yeah, that's when I knew this guy. It was early '84, because no, it was '83, early '83, because my oldest son was born in '83. But I knew this guy when I worked there. Oh, was he funny?
We had this guard that loved cats, and he used to make a yearly vacation trip to Montreal. And this guy had been working security guard all his life, and I'm thinking, why the fuck would he do this when he could have been out there, somewhere making some big money? Well, that's just he liked his cat. I used to fuck with him. I'd say, yeah, that motherfucker, that cat I got at home, I'm gonna throw that fucker out the window. He'd start freaking out, The other guy he only had one ear worked, and the other one had like fucking pus would always ooze out of it. And he goes, "Oh, your dad got you in the factory?" Because we had walkie-talkies, and I would come back I'd do my tour. Sometimes you're supposed to walk it, but I'd take a fucking cruise man that was there and go all over the place, And I'd walk back in. He goes, "Boy, what kind of security you got around here?" I didn't know what he was talking about, but apparently he called the office, they sent out this lieutenant, and I had called the dude. I said, I said, "Ray, let's check it out, man." He'd keyed a mic and nothing would happen. And I'm sitting right next to him. And I called up. He goes, "Yeah, your buddy called up too." I said, "I'm not ignoring him. I'm not getting them." Because you're supposed to check in every so often.
Hey, I saw something on the news here. You got to Google this and look it up. It's being a former bus driver. We had a bus. It was in Pittsburgh. It went off the road, ran into a house. You have to see this picture. I don't know how he got that far off the road, but it might have been someone who stole the bus too, But it was at least one of those accordion ones, that are too long.
Yeah.
2 lanes.
It's a Hungarian
it looked
bus.
even longer than that. It looked like maybe 3, but you got to Google that. Pittsburgh bus crashes into home.
Yeah, that's not a surprise with that. That's not a surprise with that type of bus. They got rid of that just before I left, but I remember seeing those, and we go down Lakefront for Summerfest. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's like a big outdoor concert for 11 days. Now they kind of skip the 4th of July and all that shit. And there would be people on top of the roof surfing, windsurfing, and these buses were just, the thing is, when the government buys them, you got to get X amount of years out of them, regardless of what the fuck they are. So those were always, like the rear end's fishtailing all over the place.
Right. Yeah, and I thought I might have heard. I caught a glimpse of it when I was visiting my mother, and it was on the news on TV, and yeah, I think it might have been stolen. Someone might have jumped in and tried to take off with it. But like you said, if you're not experienced in controlling one of those things,
Turn it
it's
on,
like
push the
like a
button.
slinky. It looks probably moves
Yeah,
like one too.
we had Gilligs. These were Gilligs. We had regular New Flyers, which is a company we always used. And I mean, this company was like going through bankruptcy or some shit. And I'm thinking, well, they at the time, it was like $450,000 a bus, and all it is a bunch of sheet metal riveted together. It's a tube chassis, so.
How much?
But it was like
were they?
over 400,000.
Wow, 400.
They order them when I started there. They just had the fishbowl ones, which I used to ride. I used to ride those, and the ones that were from the 50s were still in service. The ones with the tail lights that had the
like Airstream ones.
Well, it had an arrow pointing right, for the blinker.
Yeah.
It had an arrow in the design of the plastic lens.
Yeah.
So it was a blast from the past for that one. And when I first started, I was the last one to be road tested on the full frame GM. Those were GM buses.
So what year was that you would have started and they still had the old ones?
2001.
Really?
They were on there. They had
buses that were like 40 years old?
Yeah, well, no. The real old one is I'm talking when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
70, 78, something like that. And I used to go to a different school for a while. And that they had the old ones. The directional on the tail light was an arrow already on in it. So when it lit up. So the fishbowl one, I was the last one to be tested on it. I mean, and I started in January, and they got rid of them by June because they didn't have air conditioning or any protection, period. But it rode.
I always meant to ask you, when you thought about joining the Army, you went to the recruiting station. Did you take the ASVAB test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Marines recruiter was pissed because I missed him by a point or two. I failed to see the one way or the other. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're 1 or 2 points, because every question like a 3-point value or something.
Yeah.
And it was like, so one more question makes me okay. It makes me smart, and one doesn't.
I think they had 4 sections. It was like general, mechanical, electrical, and then some aptitude. Yeah, there was 4 different areas.
Yeah, well, back then I didn't give a fuck. I was just like circling whatever. I didn't give a shit.
Right.
But I could have got out because when I was in for nuke. I forget the MOS number, but it was Hercules missiles, nuclear missiles. Hercules missiles. I forget what it was, but anyway, before I went in, they did all their check and all that. Well, apparently I thought so, but when I was in there, how much beer are you drinking a week? I said, I don't know, a case, 24 beers divided by 7. That ain't much.
Yeah.
But we had why I know this was bull. I could have got out because my MOS wasn't available to me, and I don't know why. We had a girl from New York, black girl, just pure fucking ghetto chick, man. She walked, what the whole deal. They try to break you, all that shit when you're in, the talk we used to talk to your friends. Yeah, hey, whatever, that kind of shit. And she said, she'd walk around, she'd say, yo, give me a cigarette or I'll kick your ass. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Oh my God. It was basic. 64C? No, it was 64C, wasn't it? I can't remember, man. Anyway, when I wasn't too crazy about, because after you fire missiles, your infantry. It isn't like you get to go home and, see you later. Oh, I could have got laid so many times. I just got married too. Unfucking believable. If I wouldn't have been married, none of that shit would have came my way. I could have had a couple of them. Son of a bitch. Oh, that would have just been another problem. But got so many invites, we had when I was at Dick's there by McGuire, we had a weekend off, 3-day weekend or whatever. And so I was out, and my friend that was in the reserves, not, by the way, I was pulled. His dad owned a sub shop in Toms River, New Jersey. And we all went out for the weekend, came back, and this one girl, she's pretty decent looking. She said, well, what'd you do this weekend? And I said, I'm around here over in Wrightstown. It was like, Wrightstown is like fucking 2 minutes to get through it. And she said, oh, you should have said something. We could have went to the Doughboy Inn, a motel. What the fuck am I supposed to know that? But I had a conscience, man. I never did that. I was like, nah. I was 19 years old. This shit was killing. Yeah. What?
Yeah, we spent decades not using our brains.
Now, I don't think any of them, I don't know. I don't think any of them chicks would have been worth it. One girl, she, oh my God, she's nice looking too. My friend, he's a husky guy. And our drill sergeant was the bartender at the local bar on the weekend. And he goes in the bathroom. He could get a blowjob. And he said, where'd Danny go? I said, I don't know. He's in the bathroom getting head. He said, what? He came in and got, busted it up. He goes, oh, man, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know who told on me. I go, you classless fucker. So the sergeant says, oh, go over across the street to the tattoo parlor and call a taxi. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're like 30 seconds away from the freaking barracks, man. So I ended up walking her there. And on the way there, I could have had every which way. But no, of course, I didn't want to, I didn't want to do that for a lot of reasons. Namely, I didn't want no trouble with the Army or my but I'm like, this is crazy. We went out to Toms River, New Jersey. There's a boardwalk, just like Atlantic City itself of there. And my buddy had that same guy. I remember I had my first boombox, man, playing Jay Giles on there. And him and me, we met a couple at a bar. He had a better looking one than I did. One I was cute. But he had to beg that one he had, man, because she didn't want to do nothing. He goes, man, you fucker. He said, hey, Craig. He said, it took me forever to get this chick. He goes, man, you were all night long, man. I go, what are you talking about? I go, but you were doing it for over an hour. I don't even remember. I don't remember nothing past enter here. That's all I remember. So when I woke up, I had to make sure I got me another. Look at this.
I put that shit on everything.
Yeah, eh? That's a funny.
What's up, Big John? What's up, brother Craig, Kiko, Christian?
That's a funny commercial, man. They cut that. That one didn't spend that too much time on the commercial. Yeah.
Come on up, brother Craig. I beat that last video of yours. I could barely see with my blind ass. Those things you was growing.
So you got a wheelman up there for when you do your robberies? You got Will driving you around?
Who?
You.
Hey, Craig.
No, I
Hey, Master
got my own driver.
Chef.
That's your what?
He got his own driver. He lives in a gated community.
Oh man, moving up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you mean? I'm George. I'm looking for Weezy.
Yeah.
Look, when I hear somebody say, you know, a gated community here, that's with a minimum wage guard at the guardhouse. So he isn't going to put his life on the line for none of the property.
What was George's son's name?
Lionel.
Come on.
Lionel.
No,
That's it.
There you go, Lionel.
Lionel. Yeah.
Fred Sanford, Lamont.
Yeah.
That was funny. I've been seeing a little bit of that lately with on the phone with the reels, you know, like with a minute or 2 minutes, whatever it is.
Right?
And I'm looking at that on TV thinking, there's no fucking way you'd ever get away with this shit now.
Hey, guess what's so funny about the Jeffersons in my life?
What?
Same name?
Same name, and I worked in dry cleaning. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
What is that? What George did?
Yeah.
The dry cleaning business that franchised.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that.
Do you know it was said that him and Isabel Sanford, I think whatever her name, Isabel Sanford, they didn't get along. They didn't get along.
No, they did. And the opposite with Fred and Aunt Esther, they got along great.
Yeah, you know what? I just saw her, and matter of fact, I've been watching a couple of those two lately, and they had I saw her on one today. She was doing stand-up. I didn't spend all one. Yeah.
Well, I remember the day when Fred said, he said, Esther, I could take your face, put it in some dough, and make gorilla cookies. Boy, I never did that shit.
You know what, man? He was horsing around. He was horsing around on set when he had his heart attack that killed him. People thought he was fucking around.
Yeah, because he kept fucking around.
Didn't Fred once say that her face could stop a herd of wildebeest at 100 paces?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, didn't he say that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But they was the best of friends coming up in vaudeville.
Oh yeah. Hey, did you see in the news that Peter Marshall died? You know, the host of Hollywood Squares.
Oh, Hollywood Squares?
Yeah, he was 98.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about that dude? What about that dude from what is that? The married couples, newlywed. Newlywed.
Bob
Newhart.
Newhart, yeah.
Bob Eubank? Bob Eubank? Eubanks?
Yeah, not Newhart.
Right, Bob Eubanks, yeah.
Dude, they had a question some Southern chicks about, I forget what the fuck it was, but she just, everything she kept saying just made it funnier and funnier.
Digging the hole deeper and deeper, huh?
Yeah, dumb. But she didn't see nothing wrong with what she was saying.
Well, back then that was probably a pretty risky show.
Oh, she was innocent.
Yeah, he ate them all.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was trying to make him say some shit like they
Yeah,
do on.
he
They
was.
showed. They showed. They did a copy of the dating game on what do you call it, with the Wayans brothers and what's it, Greer, David Allen Greer. He saw, he didn't see the Wanda, you know, in the costume, and for the first time when he went around the corner and looked, you know. And what's the name was doing that shit, you know. Yeah, well,
Fox.
Jamie Foxx, yeah. Yeah, he was doing a game show there for a while. He got sick though, but he got a nice looking daughter. Beautiful.
I didn't know he had a game show.
Yeah, the game shows on.
How many can you name on the Hollywood Squares? There's Paul Lynde, Rosemarie, Soupy
Paul
Sam.
died at 55, man. Only 55. So.
Who?
So
Who did?
Paul
Kiko
Lynde.
is on deck. Kiko know them all.
Paul
Go ahead.
Lynde had a
Yeah, because we were just kids, but I remember that
Weird
because it was on every day. It seemed like, you know.
dude. When I skipped school, I used to watch.
Who was
It
it?
was Hope.
That what's that kid name that they had from not Saturday Night Live, but Ron and Martin laughing. They
Yeah.
had Ruth Buzzy. They
Ruth
had
Buzzy?
yeah, Ruth Buzzy was there. She was a regular.
Oh yeah.
And Goldie Hawn was on there, right?
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn was a regular. They had Rowan and Martin on there at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that guy who always played the old guy that shuffled around with gray hair?
Oh, Artie Johnson.
Artie Johnson. That's it. Yeah.
And Ruth Buzzy used to beat him up with
It's
the first.
very interesting, but stupid.
And who was his sidekick? What was Harvey Korman, or is that his name?
No, that's
No.
a different.
You're talking about Harvey Korman and Tim
Artie
Howard.
Johnson was on
Oh,
Left
yeah.
Hand.
Yeah, I know. But I thought
Yeah.
he did the other show too. I thought he did Laugh In.
No, he never did laugh.
He
He
never
stuck
did
with
Laugh. Because
stuck-
back then it was so popular. Then people wanted to appear on it, you know, to get some face time.
right. Well, he probably appeared on it after Carol Burnett show went out.
Yeah. Oh, that was
But he-
funny too.
That
And
girl.
who was Carol Burnett's sister? What was her name? I can't remember.
Vicki Lawrence.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Tony on point. Oh snap!
Yeah, man, no beard no more.
He can remember TV and movies, man, but anything else,
No
he can't
more.
remember.
Hey, no more beard till I get my liver out of the fatty stage.
Oh, man.
How
That
can you
don't ever
listen? I was curious. How can you have a perfect cholesterol rating, but you have a fatty liver?
It's hereditary, Tony. I'm telling you.
Ah, man, you know what, dude? I it's from guzzling all that fucking coke, and I mean, I was pounding shit
No, it's
5 a day, man.
Tony, all you gotta do is detox.
Well, my uncle died. Well, he had liver cancer. He was 79. But he used
Detox.
to chew.
I don't think you can't ever get rid of it totally. You can combat it maybe by what you eat,
Well,
but
you can get rid of it.
you can't reverse it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
You can reverse the lung cancer, not cancer, but you can.
So I asked the doctor. I said, so when I see, he goes, oh, you're done with me. I'm like, no, I didn't want to, I didn't. I'm like, well, you want me to see me in 6 months or what? He said, hey, you take this Securafate. You don't have bleeding ulcer no more. He said, but you don't have to take it no more. So he says the same thing about. He says the same thing about the cholesterol thing. I said, oh, okay, but I'm taking that fucker anyway. I ain't letting go of that 21.
I stopped taking them.
Are you taking a statin?
I
Yeah,
stopped taking statin.
but I went from 40 because I was like, my doc. I said, Doc, that ain't that bad. My regular guy went to see, and he said, well, that's why we're monitoring it. Yeah, you see me twice a year. What happens in between?
Don't listen to these motherfuckers, Tony. That statin is a killer.
So I got him to lower it from 40 to 20.
Don't listen to these motherfuckers. Statin, no matter what milligram they give you, they the worst things you can take.
I ain't taking it.
I took mine since I fucking left. I got a gang of them.
We're two different people there, though.
I've been taking 40 milligrams for years.
Well, you got to back off that 40. That 40 is the fucking worst thing that could ever happen.
Tony, I'm older than you, remember? And I don't take these bad boys.
Yeah.
I do not. They give me that
Well,
aspirin.
The danger, the danger is, well, I don't need all that crap I did when I was driving a bus anymore. I used to hit them gas stations and run out the door, run back in, getting fucking pork rinds.
It ain't what you tell me. It's hereditary.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep it doing. I'm gonna keep it going then.
That's gonna kill you.
No.
Well, my ass.
It all is, man. It all is. I was on the horn once. I said, I had this co-worker at the bus station. She took got a degree in nursing. She said, you ain't supposed to take anything, not even an aspirin, nothing.
What the fuck she know?
I got 6. I got it down. I got it down to 5 now. You know, I still got them. I still got my Securafate over there in my drawer, but just in case.
Tony, watch what you eat. You don't have to take those statins.
That's what I've been doing.
Tony, trust me. You get that high motherfucking LH, eat a bunch of sardines, fucking mackerel, and all the vitamin E shit, and you'll be great. You don't need that pill.
Sardines got too much freaking salt. They stink.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Hey, listen, I saw this video from a YouTuber that lives nearby. I think he's in Buena Vista, west of here. And him and his wife rode in and they went to Robinson's food shop. Because at Robinson's you can get stuff you wouldn't get at Pure Gold. So I remember him doing a video, and I saw that fucking brown mustard. So that's all I got in my mind, And all I found was yellow. I said, well, either one will do. So now when I bought some hot dog, but I got chicken hot dog. So the only way I can eat that is because it's like watered down fucking bologna. And so I just doused it in my mustard with a dash of ketchup. You ain't supposed to be eating a lot of that shit either, but I just put at the first time I put them in there, I hosed it down pretty good. Then my pee started getting back to where it was dark. So the last couple of days I lightened it up, just put a few droppings on there, and then still hosed it down with yellow mustard, and I can eat them that way. But that's the only way I get. Huh?
If you're still taking that damn statin, your bowel movements is clogged up.
You know what, man? That dude put me on. I forget what the hell he put me on. If it was it made my stool firmer, and that's when and I'm like, you know what? I said, ever since you gave me that stuff, I leave out of there with a clean pinch, and I'm done. Because before the shit was
probably fiber.
Well, yeah, exactly. But that's another thing I got to go check on. I wanted to take a little time off because I went every day of the week to go. You got to run your own paperwork there. So now I'm gonna go have my my colon done instead of going home.
Don't take Kiko word. Look it up for yourself and see what those statins do to you.
I know that, man. I know the history of that.
And you still taking them?
Yeah.
When all you gotta do is eat heavy motherfucking
saturated.
Why?
When I'm laying there having a fucking chest pains, I'll be thinking about you.
Your ass has nothing to do with your chest.
Oh, your arteries clogged up. Now, see,
What
see
you
with me, listen,
you eating?
listen, with me, all this oddball shit that normally wouldn't happen happens. That's just the way it is for me.
Kiko,
And,
you know what I'm hearing? Kiko, you know what I'm hearing?
What?
Some paisano don't want to change his diet.
Yeah.
Well, I have changed my diet. I told you. I even had a Coke today.
Who you?
Didn't you,
I
when you
only
were
had
in
one.
Wisconsin, didn't you eat, what kind of fish did you eat? Salmon all the time?
Gordon's. Good
Gordon's?
stuff, Gordon's. Yeah.
Oh, you
good-
mean
good stuff.
breaded, fried fish?
Yeah, breaded,
What is that?
breaded fries. But what I did with that one, I used brown mustard to give it some flavor.
Sardine.
No, I can't do sardines.
See,
I know you, but you have to.
I try to buy salmon.
Shit, nah.
Salmon don't have as much LDH as fucking sardine.
Well, LDH is the bad one. HDH is a good one.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Just remember H for happy and L for lousy. That tells you
Yeah,
which
you
one's
know,
good and bad. So, but no, there's a guy I golf with. He just came back from an Alaskan fishing trip, and he caught a bunch of halibut. So he gave me several pounds of halibut.
You're not
My
like
wife
throwing
looked,
up on
my
your
wife
burger,
looked
you know?
online. It's like $25 a pound.
And Tony, your doctor didn't prescribe no vitamin E supplement?
Matter of fact, I'm taking one.
No, because vitamin E ain't prescribed by the big pharma.
Hold on. I'll get give me a hundred.
I take a multivitamin.
They're not going to tell you to take vitamin E when they got big pharma.
There's too much money to be made.
Yeah, they're going to give you the shit that's going to give them money.
Just like in
They
the
don't-
treatment of cancer.
Right. They don't care about you. And we still don't have a cure for muscular dystrophy.
All about the Benjamins.
Right? All that money Jerry Lewis cocked up.
Literally. Let's see, what do you give me? Pepperport?
That?
Who?
No fruit, anything. Pepperport.
Hey, Tony. I can send you my statins if you need them.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Man. I know I can count on you.
Hey, just do your basic caveman diet, and that's all you need.
You're gonna. Thanks for thinking of Whitey.
Yeah, why you got a place in the world too, man?
Yeah.
Now shut the fuck up talking about shit.
Who the fuck you talking?
You know I don't play them games.
Mm.
I'm OG
Right.
original.
Or write the male version of Aunt Esther.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You got food.
Let's see. Shit.
Man, I'll never take another statin as long as I live.
Congrats, man. I'm happy for you.
I'm telling you, Tony. Listen to
It
the
could
brother.
come back. It said it could come back. You know how long you gotta wait for? You fucking die in the waiting room here.
I ain't worrying about dying. I'm worrying about surviving. Them pills ain't gonna help you do that.
B1, B2, yeah, all vitamins. B12.
I got all that shit.
It's hard to see this in the light here. It's really small print. But it's a vitamin thing. I'm gonna take this one for life. That's for sure.
So, what kind of food does Will cook in his house?
Whatever they cook, I will eat. I cook my own food. I use bottled water to cook it.
It's feed. It's feed. You can't
Right
get a
now.
slab of rib. Hey, you can't get a slab rib nowhere to save your life. Yeah.
I ain't
What are
trying
you
to
eating
find
at
it.
Ronald Fish?
They eat everything. Lumpia, And
You can't tell me I got perfect cholesterol. I got perfect cholesterol, and I was wolfing down pizzas 3 days a week.
Does
Yeah, that's
Will
pretty cool.
does Will belong to that? What's that store called? S&R, where you get the
No.
Western stuff.
No.
He don't belong to that.
Can't
No,
afford
no.
this stuff here. And nobody can afford S&R here. It wouldn't go over to. You're right up
They
my
were
alley.
foreigners. They can afford it.
See, we go in there. We go in there first time ever. These guys over here are paranoid with thieves, man. Everywhere you go, we go to the Wilcon, like a hardware, only better than City Hardware, and they got the checkout way up the aisle from the main door. I said, you guys, every time a guard comes around when you're doing a transaction, fucking looking at you like you're a convict, And I'm thinking, this is a long run to the door there, man. How could how could anybody think you're going to walk away with something? Because most of those items there are pretty bulky.
That's why they got the
Yep.
low interest rate.
Now I wonder what the psychology of that is, having it so far away from.
Well, she said they moved it back just for that reason.
Because you can't run out the door, not like it was close at the door. You have to
Not
run
even
through the.
I get baked beans too. I got to go.
You got to
there.
do an Olympic marathon to get out of there.
You got to be just
There's a
old
food-
to get
Huh.
A food supplement, Ronald. The silly
What's that
Myron.
guy's name? Usain Bolt. Hey, Craig.
Myron. B
What's up,
vitamin
Greg?
cap.
There you go.
Right.
B vitamin.
Oh, you waved. I thought you were frozen there for a second.
No, just feel frozen.
Did you have any footy today? Earlier.
Oh yeah, tomorrow I just finished watching the game tonight.
Yeah.
I'm over here, mate.
Back in bed,
Hey.
Ronald.
Got me jammies on, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good thing.
Shinier than ever.
The only foreigner I know wears long jammies.
Yeah, that's what's his name from the Ladies' Man from Saturday Night Live.
Huh?
Oh, you talking about that Tim Meadows?
Get your bottle of J. Bouvet. Ladies' Man.
What was his name?
All
Tim
we're
Meadows.
missing is the soft jazz music.
No, his name is Tim Meadows. But what was his character?
Now, you need that 70s shit.
I'm OG. Don't start with me.
Hey, you know what? When they had Samuel do that movie, the remake of Shaft, but there ain't nobody like Richard Roundtree can do that.
Yeah, I know.
I can't-
Just like they remade Superfly.
Dude, I used to think it was so cool that this guy used to be able to beat the fuck out of people and get laid and got paid.
And did you know he didn't even own a car?
No.
Ronald, you probably aren't even running your AC, huh?
Nope.
I got
You don't hear
mine.
it. You don't hear it.
You can hear a
I'll let-
flea fart.
Sit on the table. I'll be
The
back.
fan. The fan ain't even on.
Make sure you just don't drop them drawers.
Shut the fuck up, Tony, you nasty guy.
That's why you're talking crazy. You need to get some air circulation in there.
I know,
That stale air's going to your head.
crank something up. It's up in there. Now, Craig, what was in the tank? Oh, here we go. Craig.
Rainbow fish babies fry.
Ah, they so
Like,
tiny.
really cold. So yeah, I was trying an experiment last week. I did a video about making the mops to hang in the tank to try and capture the eggs, and then I transferred them over. And after a week,
Hey.
I
I gotta tell you why this is fresh on my mind here. What's that? Paul Rand? Is that guy from Kentucky? He had a commercial. And Paul, he had a commercial, and with all these the studies, these goofy studies where they throw hundreds of thousands of dollars or 5 million, 500 million and one of them was the sexual exploits of a quail on cocaine.
Talk about a waste.
I'm like, that's an actual fucking program.
Talk about a waste.
Hey, who in the world would think about the mating habits of a quail while he's fucking geeked up on
I know a
some
guy in
powder?
England that might be interested, named Simon.
Yes,
Ah,
I know. Yeah, but that's one of those pork belly projects that the Republicans snuck in the bill, so they had to spend the money.
yeah.
You know how it works.
Yeah. You know what that running mate, or what's her name? That dude reminds me of that fucking admiral that ran with what's his name in the 80s there? A businessman. What was his name?
Ross Perot. No.
He did pretty good in debates and all that. People loved that
Ross
guy.
Perot.
Ross Perot. Well, his pick for vice president was this fucking admiral that was drunk all the fucking time, and that's what
Yeah,
Kamala's
so?
running mate. Kamala's running mate
Would it be
reminds
any
me of that.
worse?
Yeah. They made fun of him on Saturday Night Live. They go,
Hey, speaking of that, why don't someone message Michael? Maybe Michael will get up on this board.
he's probably with Jack. There was a gaggle of guys here, and then they left. So that could have been from the twit, or that could have been from Jack.
No, Jack is he in dire straits.
David or whoever.
Today is his
See.
father's death anniversary, so he's
He's just-
grieving.
Is what's his name even on? Michael. I don't even know where he is. He's so far down.
Don't
No,
talk
Michael.
to me about
Here it is. He's on. He's probably on right now watching.
No way.
Michael. This is a test.
Michael, come up on the screen. Give us some proof of life.
You alive? Come on the live stream here.
I don't see no boy in his father.
He said he's wearing he said he ain't feeling comfortable because them boxers are riding up his fucking crack something fierce. You know, like Kramer, my boys need a house, man.
Well,
I
I
never had much
got
luck with underwear, man. I don't think it'd be.
Michael, you still in the same apartment?
What?
He
What?
probably never left. He never
I
left.
said, is he still in the same apartment in Sogod?
Yeah. Well, he does his broadcasting from that place.
He moved to the new one, but he said he might keep that one for him to do his. He might as well because they keep inheriting children, extra children.
Oh, he got a new place?
He got three
Yeah.
places.
It's spanking, yeah. Yeah, you didn't think all he did was drink, did you?
No.
He's a tycoon, man.
He's only a tycoon because he finally got into the VA system, but I was badgering in his ass to get into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about the adoption. No.
He is now.
Oh, did he get some back pay cheese?
He got like $1 million and some change.
40,000, I think he says. Michael, we know you're there, man. We know you're there, Michael. You're hiding. You're number 3 now.
Well, I want to talk to Craig. I don't want to talk about Michael ass. Michael ain't here.
So how's the transportation business going, Craig?
It's doing good till 3:30, and I got email from both of us for our tax returns. Got a massive fucking bill.
Oh,
Crap. Damn. I don't want to know.
No, I won't say. I'll put it in the private chat.
It ain't gonna be private though.
There would be somebody else on
It'll
the
be
line.
private. It'll be private
Yeah,
to
from what
everybody on.
What I've seen in the mail, you guys must be loving your government there, huh? Uh-oh.
Earn more money and then they want more.
Yeah, they always want more.
Then you got the same problem, Robert.
Say what, Tony?
You tell them you got the same problem. They always want more from you. That's why you're laying in bed so early.
It's not a problem. It's just what they do. It's not a problem. You can expect.
How's things been up there for you since you got back?
I'm living large. Ow! Ouch!
You got a hemorrhoid?
No. Ouch!
All right. Well, some kind of signal.
I don't be reading too much in it. If your black ass was in the private chat, you would know what I'm talking about.
Not what we expected. I was expecting.
Craig, but look at the bright side. That's Aussie dollars.
So relative, isn't it?
It helps a little.
But it hurt.
How much was over my estimate, and that's how much they want out of the extra. So,
These dirty bastards.
this is how much I was extra I earned, and that's how much they take out.
Woo!
They take that much out of that. You believe that? Fuck them.
Wow.
So
Hey,
it's over 50%.
that's more than 50%. That's like
Oh, yeah, that's what I
85.
said.
My
Over.
my internet here cost what it cost? $2,300.
2,300.
Little less than $50.
Fuck me, man.
40 some dollars.
You said 2,000.
Yeah, 2,300.
Yeah, that's not $15, Tony.
Well, 40 at
Right.
40,
Look
40
at the bright
plus.
side, Craig. There's probably people they need to give away that money to. So.
It's 40 plus, Ronald. That's what I said in the first place.
Give free
Right.
housing to the junkies so they can destroy it and get
Well,
another
20
one.
bucks,
Right.
bucks because the rate dropped a little bit last couple of days.
They get
Craig, just
free needles, free morphine.
just consider it compassion money, Craig.
Fuck that.
I just wasn't
Where's my compassion for my brother? Fuck that. He earned that. They can't take all of that.
Oh, well, I paid it now, so that's it.
Well,
What can you do?
This is the first year that I got to pay quarterly now just to keep up to try to, so I don't get it all at the end of the year like you did. Is that for the whole year, Craig?
Yeah, just
Oh,
because
yeah.
they tell us, because if you do salary sacrifice and does salary sacrifice, and that's classified as fringe benefit, so you can you don't pay tax on that, but when it comes to family tax support, you got to pay 50% on that. So, and then the YouTube and Facebook as well.
So,
All right. Anybody do a quick RC and see what the exchange rate is, U.S. dollar to Aussie dollar.
55.6 or 55.8.
No, Tony,
Yeah.
listen. I said the Aussie dollar to the U.S.
Oh,
dollar.
Aussie
go
dollar.
ahead.
It's like $1.50 Aussie to $1 U.S.
Yeah, things are getting a little shaky because it's election time. So, you know, pure speculation here. So you get the lady that they can't
Last time I
decide
looked, it was about 67.
whether she's
Aussie dollar?
Indian
No.
or blood.
No, $1 U.S. dollar equals, I think, what, about $1.50 Aussie dollars, something like that.
on PI.
I'll
Anyways, Craig, I'm on pace, Craig, to pay about half of that over every quarter, every 3 months I pay. And it equals up to about, I think, half of what you just put down there.
Oh, Kiko. I know you can't get
I
out.
haven't taken extra out there so I can break even every year now. Because Sleepy Joe got rid of the child tax care
Well,
credit.
that's because they tax Social Security.
Well, Reagan started that shit.
Only in 12 states.
No,
But
Social
Sleepy
Security is
Joe,
everywhere.
Sleepy Joe had to make back some of that money somehow, but you never heard nothing about that one. Now, if that had been Trump doing it, they'd been relentless.
Yeah, Kiko, and they only tax Social Security in 12 states.
I don't know.
They get you one way or the other.
I would say it if I
No,
didn't
I'm
know.
talking Ronald, federal tax. You got to pay federal tax on your Social Security.
Only in 12 states.
No, that's state tax you're talking about. I'm talking
No.
federal.
You can't get away with not paying federal unless you're rich.
Look, somebody pull a RC.
You got them working feverishly now. Come on, Michael, come on in, man. We know you're there.
In state,
We won't.
they don't take shit. Not state,
Wisconsin
not
does. You know
Michael,
what?
we're asking for a proof of life, Michael.
Hey,
We want to talk.
my ex-wife's dad changed states from Wisconsin to Florida and had established residency there. Proof residency, built a driver's license. And I heard that it's different now. You have to pay from the state you come from.
What do you
They
mean?
don't
You
take-
change residencies. You're a resident of that state now.
Well, that's why I think the game has changed.
Maybe for that year that you moved, yeah, you're a partial year resident.
No, they tried to tell him. They tried to tell him. He goes, I ain't no fucking paying no Wisconsin tax on these.
If he's what do they call it, snowbird? If he just goes down in the winter months, then yeah,
No.
you got to decide.
Florida driver's license, Florida, all kinds of shit. I think
But
they're
he
all
goes back
gone
to
now.
Wisconsin to live, right?
They're dead. Well, no, they're all dead.
Oh,
But when he first started doing it, he switched. He got established residency in Florida. He had to be there. He got his driver's license and showed him some bills, his name on there. Wisconsin sent him a letter saying he had to pay Wisconsin state tax. He said, "Fuck you."
That was not smart.
I ain't giving you shit. And he
You ain't
did.
supposed to
But
shit. If I'm on vacation for 6 months in Florida,
They
that's
go-
what I'm doing.
they go about differently now. I mean, my youngest sister living there with her engineer, a boyfriend there in Fort Myers. But I don't know if they realize the homeowners insurance thing right now. That's just the craziest, charging it like car insurance. A
right.
couple
Hey,
$100 a month.
Tony, isn't it true that like sports guys that play
What's
sports, professional sports players, if they play, say, a Sunday, they're playing football in the state of California, right? Don't they
Yeah.
have to pay taxes on that part of their salary for California?
No.
I'll tell you what they pay. I'll tell you what they pay. 40% of what they make is tax. They lose 40%.
That's not in every state. That's not every state.
No, that's a professional athlete, period.
No, they're all different, Tony. Come on.
You
Yeah,
have to
40.
You have to be a resident of the state for them to take any money from you. If you spend
They take
one
money.
day in the state, they can't take nothing.
They get taxed
I don't
that
know.
much. So people,
It's
when
like
people
being
see
an independent contractor.
Tony,
You got-
Tony,
when you-
Tony, everybody has their own individual situations, whether they're single, married, they have
No,
write-offs. they have this and that. You can't say that if a guy's married and has 5 kids, he pays 40% just like a single guy.
He's a sports star. If he's a sports star, they take 40% of his fucking earnings. Period. Before anything else.
Who does? State or federal?
Look it up then. Look it up. That's all I can say.
It's maybe if they're over a certain limit, right?
You know what?
The NFL has it set up where if you go play a away game, you get paid for that game. Period. You don't pay taxes in that state for that one day. You're not a resident. You don't owe the state nothing.
Really?
No, they can't pin that on you. You only there one day. If I was an independent,
all right, Rod. What about guys like these professional golfers? They go in, a tournament is 4 days long. They go play in a state. They win their earnings. You mean they don't have to pay that state a dime?
No, your earnings
for earning their money there.
Your residency, same as the independent contractor. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Nothing.
What if they're a foreign golfer from another country?
Kiko, if I'm military and they station my ass in some other place and I'm resident in Pennsylvania, my taxes go back to
that's different. That's military. Military has its own rules.
That's the same as NFL. You don't think they got the same contract?
Well, like in the military, we never had to renew our driver's license as long as we were active duty. It could be expired the whole time we're in, right?
Right. We're not talking about driver's license. We're talking about earning. You earn money wherever you earn money. You still pay taxes. If your ass worked in Iraq and you paying in Social Security, you pay to the state where you're resident.
Didn't they remember as an incentive to get former military guys? You could get a civilian job like in the Middle East, and it was up to like $100,000 was tax free. Your first 100,000, if you go work for some contractor over there, right?
That's what they say, but it's not tax free. You still have to pay into Social Security. They give you the lump sum. They don't take out Social Security overseas. You have to put it in. Because my brother Walter, a chief storekeeper, he worked in Kuwait for 5 years, didn't pay a dime to Social Security. When he applied after his 5 strokes, he said, you didn't pay into the system. Because he didn't.
Right. So those 5 years don't count towards Social Security work life.
No, those 5 years he missed. So if he's applied for disability, he can't get it because he didn't put that money in for the 5 years he worked overseas. So
how did Michael? Is Michael okay now? He's getting his VA stuff.
Yeah.
That came through.
Yeah, he on point. That's why he's living large, talking shit to Jack.
But I mean, he's getting his monthly stuff now, right?
Oh yeah, he's getting good.
That's good.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, is he 100? We got an echo.
Is that Tony?
Tony, what are you doing?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever state that your home team plays out of, that money goes back to the state. Your salary, part of your salary goes back to where you are resident. Even if whatever state you live in, you could live in California but play in Oakland. San Diego or any other place, New York. If your residence is in California, your part of your paycheck goes back
Tony,
to California.
Update the chat. Will's in the chat.
What's up, Wiz? Oh, he's downstairs.
Greg, 9:25 in the evening there.
Yeah. Greg, you see my point, right? It don't make a difference, right? It don't make a difference. Where you reside, your taxes go back to that community. how it works in Aussie land, but I would think if you resided in Queensland and you worked in Perth, that money goes back to Queensland, right?
Can't hear you, Craig. Are you muted? No audio, Craig.
Voila.
Voila, audio.
Ugh.
You drop your microphone in the fish tank.
Beaver on the cyber.
Oh,
Playing
yeah.
cyber, shooting people in the nuts.
Fuck work, I'm still going, I'm just saying.
It's interesting, Craig. You should hear what the fish are saying about you.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
You're like Tony,
it's that-
press the wrong button.
Yeah, I
Now,
don't know.
how does it work in Australia?
Sorry?
How does it work in Australia? If you say you work in Sydney, but you don't live in Sydney, you pay
You live in
taxes.
Perth.
Everyone's under the same taxation system. It's a federal taxation. It's not a state one.
Oh,
So
but
it
you
doesn't
don't
matter
have
what-
you don't have separate state taxes for
No, not for
West
income.
territories or no?
Nah,
That
Nah.
makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah. And the
So
first
you
20,
You don't pay
Sorry.
any state tax. It's all federal.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
yeah, it's all federal.
Right.
Well, they
And
get
then-
enough off of you. So
Then they distribute to the states, however they work it out, depending on population or whatever. I'm not sure what the way it is, but
right.
everyone pays tax to the same place.
It's politicians. I'm sure they do it fairly.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey Tony, you trying to? Will want to come up?
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's down there waiting.
I ain't got nobody in on here.
You coming up, Will?
Nobody in the queue, huh?
Nobody on deck here.
Right of that. All right.
Tony's looking in the wrong green room.
Well, I'm enjoying myself here. You know what I mean?
I bet you are. What are you doing? The camera's off.
I'm jacking off. What you think?
Huh? Flogging it, man? You pumping the dummy? You know?
Honest man.
I've been shot in the fucking toilet paper.
Tony, I gotta choke the chicken when the camera's off. What is wrong?
Tony,
Hey,
Tony,
that
you gotta research online.
don't cost you nothing. That's free.
What's that Shopee or whatever you buy from in the Philippines? What's the
Lazada and Shopee.
get
Shopee.
Ronald a big old wall poster on Esta.
Mm.
Yeah. When he wakes up, his wallet's still in his pants.
But you know, Kiko, you're gonna have to turn Esther around.
That's all right. It's in the dark, Ronald.
I can't look at her face and try to get passionate.
Give it 10 months.
Be like fucking a gorilla. Ain't that? Not happening. Not happening. Well, we were talking to Gary, and I was talking to Tony, and then I was talking to Michael. I was talking to Jack earlier today. Well, earlier, yeah. Because David had his live stream up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thought he had done Thursdays.
Yeah, he was.
Well,
Yeah,
this
which is
Thursday,
your
right?
Friday morning.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's all Friday night.
But Jack was on there.
Yeah, Jack was there. Me, everybody else, James, Tim. I met Tim Disick. I met him down at the pub here, the local pub. You don't
Tim
drink,
who?
so Tim Disick.
How long's he been there, Ronald?
He's been here 13 years.
Wow.
Ooh, must be a zombie.
Where's he from in the States? What state did he live in? Did he
Well,
say?
he claimed in Canada he got some maple syrup.
Oh,
But
I see.
he's a U.S. I guess he's a U.S. citizen from Canada because he got his DD 214. He's getting Social Security and VA. So
Edie.
he's a cool dude. I talked to him for a minute. We sat there, chewed the fat, and he was surprised to find out that
What's the guy's last name?
Disick, D-I-Z-A-K.
No, D-Z-I-A-K or something like that.
Yeah, D-Z-I-A-K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Been here forever.
Has he always lived in that area? Angeles?
No, he's in Daewoo.
Oh,
That's just a little ways from here, but it's not far. Far enough.
Down the road a piece.
did he
Yeah.
mention? Does he rent? Did he build his own place? How's he living? Or choosing to live?
We didn't get into that. We're talking all about the military jargon and do this shit in the VA and do that and this and that.
Oh, what was he? Is he the guy? Is he former Air Force?
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah. Okay.
And we sitting in Dyson's bar. Me just chilling. My driver talking to his driver while we talk.
Was Dice there?
Hell no, that sucker didn't show up. I told him I was headed to the SIP.
How much
That's
time
what
did
we-
he actually spend there?
Who?
Dice. At
I
his
have
business.
no. I have no idea. You know he's co-owner.
Right. But I mean, he probably don't spend a whole lot of time there, right?
No, he goes.
He got people that runs the place. So
Yeah. He go down there, collects the till, and then grabs some grub, and then he haul ass out of there. That's what he do. And I told him we was gonna be down there. I gave him the time, the date, everything. He didn't show. But we got caught in that massive rainstorm that lasted an hour and 45 minutes. But I hadn't planned on leaving.
Michael, I'm going to call you, Michael.
You talking to Michael now?
No, we'll be.
no, he said he's going to call him.
Well,
Tony,
I'll
you
try.
just Tony, you ain't but 1 decibel away from me and Michael, so we still.
Hey.
Tony, I haven't heard from Gary today. You heard from him, Kiko?
No, he must be getting
He
along.
must be busting a nut now, man. He never got time for nobody else.
Either that or it killed him already.
Figuring out that fucker's working. It does work.
But thank God he ain't in Mindanao.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, good dad.
You go ghost down there in that devour.
Nah. Some people
He's
think
letting
that's
it
the
ring,
best place
man.
to live.
He ain't picking it up.
I can call him, but he ain't gonna answer.
I just did. That's what I just said.
You call Gary?
No,
No,
Michael.
Mike,
Oh yeah, no. Michael's out.
Gary's probably, was probably warming up to. They all went shopping. The women, his girlfriend said, he said she's around his age.
He's swatting mosquitoes.
That'd be some stinky, total fucking nappy.
And trust me, I'm trying my best to stay single.
To stay what?
Single.
Ah, okay.
Unattached.
Yeah, I get
Your
you.
wallet will always be where you want it to be.
It'll always be for me.
Yeah.
Shit.
All you need this point in life is a lot of new good friends and new, you know.
Come on, Ronald, you
Oh,
know
you
better.
need-
I know you know better.
I know better. I ain't fucking around. I ain't trying to run into no juicy girls either.
mm.
You don't want no juicy girls. You don't know what you get.
Tilapia.
Tony, what's the cliche? You can't make a whole house right.
Yeah, go the other way.
Especially
Nah.
if they've been in the if they've been in the business.
When that Brian out was in the Philippines was doing a walking around Walking Street, you know, just after the pandemic ended, and there was that lady standing there off the street. She was itching. She was just going to town on scratching that motherfucker.
Hey,
Oh
Tony,
my God.
speaking of that, me and my driver, we drove down to Philly's bar Thursday, right? So we just sat there, had a coat, just sightseeing. There was this brother over there drinking that 60 peso goddamn gin, talking to himself and dancing. I said, what the heck?
That's normal. At least he was moving.
Them women that did something to this fool because he out there drinking that straight ass gin you can use to serve a cut. You know what I mean?
Fuck the cup, took the bottle.
No, I mean if you get a cut, it's like anesthetic. You can just pour it right on there and cure the pain. And he drinking this shit, talking to
Well, he's
himself,
trying to kill the pain.
right out in front of Walker Street. I said, this poor brother, he gone.
Yeah, I hope he didn't make eye contact. He didn't make eye contact with him, did you?
How old do you think he was, Ronald? He was retiring?
Old enough to not to be
That's
that.
right. Hey, the
We
first
sitting
time I
on-
ever saw when I was in downtown Milwaukee, and this guy was by MATC's Milwaukee Area Technical College, and he was looking at the wall. He's going, "Oh, big boy, take it easy." What the fuck is he? What? He was talking to his chick.
Oh, that's
I told you that story. I told you that story where I had salt and pepper on my bus, man, when I was new. I couldn't have got a better show, man. That was for free. You know, these two, man. Tourette's, one guy, and the other guy talked to himself in the third person, man. Fucking excellent. These guys took turns looking at each other like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Kiko, you would not believe the extras that's running around fucked up.
I avoid them, man.
They got one dude, he running around, he done found something like that. He done found something to make a skirt out of it. He walking down Walker Street doing this shit. Like he directing traffic and shit. I say, you fucking kid. I told my driver,
Must be the mushrooms.
People were listening to this crazy guy who was out there directing traffic and all by himself because he felt people were listening to him. And I knew one of the cops, a couple of them, and one of them's kid played for us. He said, "Yeah, he lives with his mother." I said, "Mother, man, that fucker look like he's 70 years old." I mean, you know, Looney Tune. I had a couple of my friends come up from the bus company. They came over, two black kids came over to watch football game. So at halftime, we went down to, I forget where the fuck we went to get a pizza. And I turned up the speakers real loud, you know, the thumping shit. The fucker was looking at the truck like he fucking
you know
trouble. Like,
that shit's sad. When an expat get caught up like that, get burnt out and stuck in a foreign country, you can't get home. I guess he's waiting for them to deport his ass.
yeah, it don't work out, you know. Yeah, man, I just, there's guys here that Got kids that go to school with mine. He, dude roll his window down. He's got a truck like mine on the lesser trip level, and I don't even pay no attention to it, man. I just look the other, like I'm fucking here. I don't want to know, dude. I don't want to know nobody on here, man. I don't want to know no phone.
That could be me or Gary. You know what I mean? Or Jack.
I know enough already the way it is. I'm good with the circle that I have. That's all I need. I don't need to come over, let's hang out shit, nah.
You should see the brothers at the VFW, Kiko. When we go in there, they're like this. We face to face like this, Craig. I ain't trying to be your friend. We members of the same goddamn VFW, but you gonna make eye contact.
Yeah. He fucking the one guy's talking about, his kids are older, so this dude don't look no more than me. He's younger than me for sure. And I'm thinking, this fucker got a head problem, man, if he's over here that early.
I can imagine what happens in Dumageddon where they all packed in there.
It's like 5,000 in there.
For your mind, these fuckers doing this shit.
That Steve Montelli, I know, he used to do like videos from there with Ned and that Enrique guy, and they got like, he goes, man, everywhere you turn there's a foreigner. He says, I gotta get out of here.
I can't do people. I just can't.
Nah, man. You know what? Because they're gonna bring Western fucking bitching problems and shit, and I don't want that, man. I don't. I'm fucking done with that.
They're still in Thailand now.
Thailand is crazy.
If I'd have known about that before this one, I'd have been there for sure.
I just saw a story about this Russian Canadian out there begging on the street, and they arrested his ass, and now they're gonna deport him.
In Thailand?
Yeah.
They had a problem with foreigners. I watched a documentary on the drunk fucking British dude. It was a teacher, and he was just a obnoxious fucker, just looking to get killed. So, I mean, this guy was an asshole big time, and he lived there and was a teacher, a classroom school teacher. But, he acted like he never, like that was the first 2 beers he ever had in his life.
What goes on? What makes them freak out like that?
They probably got issues with themselves. They're too popular where they came from or something. I don't know. Juvenile.
They're not stable like me, Craig, you, and Kiko.
No, that's a good point.
This is the end of the line right here. This is it. The world gone to shit.
I think they go there thinking it's going to solve all their problems, and then they get there and they realize they still got the same problems. And when you start getting the locals pissed at you too, then you got a fucking problem, man. When you're, you know what I mean, like a drunk out of a movie, man, like a drunken sailor.
I will say this, Tony. The only time you see a black guy acting foolish is one of them stupid ass Africans from Nigeria or Ghana over there acting stupid.
Jamaica.
Yeah, U.S. black men don't get in trouble like that.
Hey, in Ghana, they got a town called Ria.
A town called.
Yeah, man. In a factory, we had a chick. Her last name was Yuda. Her first name was Yuda. She's German. Her last name was Riss.
You the Riss. You're the one getting me gonorrhea.
She'd go down to Mexico every year, man. He had a boyfriend in a band there. He finally got tired of her old ass because she wouldn't date nobody older than 25.
Damn.
I mean, she had a hooter. That was it. And I mean, it wasn't. I mean, nothing
Craig, did
to leave your wife for. That's for sure.
you see this video that's going around the internet? This white chick talking about men need to be homeless for a little while so they can understand what it's like or whatever the shit. And then when you get divorced, she won 100% of all the shit for life. I said, what?
I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna go try and find her because it sounds like a bargain.
Oh man.
Nothing.
This chick is delusional. Some blonde-haired chick. Will, if Will was still here, I told him not to send me the post because I was fed up with it. When I heard it, I was like, for real? And then some real women came in and defended the men. So this bitch is ludicrous.
I haven't seen it. I just got caught out by the money challenge the other day by my family. And that new money trend, give me the money trend thing.
What is that about?
They set me up good. They got me good. So yeah, it's.
How does it work?
You got everyone's got to say the thing, and then the last person says it, and no one reacts to you. It's pretty trivial, but the other night when we come home from the pub after dinner, they pulled me aside and said, we're going to play a trick on Mum, and then they pulled Mum aside, and then they played the trick on me. So yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it somewhere. I don't know.
Well, I only look for my friends. I don't look for the extra shit. I'll catch Christian playing Fortnite, catch Tony, David, Michael whenever he's up.
I don't know.
I haven't seen Michael. I've been on in like what, 2 months? I know you're back
Well,
there, Michael.
I just caught Craig's new video this afternoon or this evening.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm the only one there.
Yeah. That's right. No
Where
one
were you all the
watches.
time? Where were you all the times I was there?
I keep. Yeah, you were there too. Yes.
Yeah,
The other week that I haven't responded to yet. I'll get round to it.
Well, you can respond to me now. You know how to do shit.
Greg, put in the comments the name of the channel. Don't give me a link because I don't know how to paste the link. Just, what's the name? Is it a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it is.
The blonde lady.
It's Craig Parrish, just like that.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to.
No numbers afterwards. Just your name.
Just
on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you ain't subscribed, Kiko.
Well,
yeah.
I got to get there first.
Johnny
It's kind of hard to get subscribed if you can't find it.
Yeah, well, especially in a small channel, you never find them.
Until you subscribe.
So is there a space between your first and last name, or it's just all one?
Oh, Jesus.
Nah, there's a space.
Okay. But are there a million of the same name out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's about 20.
Well, he's got a
so
picture.
How do you distinct? All right, yeah. What's the emoji or whatever you call it? The picture, the thumbnail,
my face.
Yeah. It's an emoji, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a sourpuss or something. Yeah.
I can drop a link if you want.
I know. I don't know how to
There you
transfer
go.
links.
Okay.
Click and copy and paste. I used to not know that shit too, man.
Did you
I'm
just
on
say
a, I'm on an,
When
I'm on an iPad. I'm not on a. PC.
when my ex-wife said, she said, all you gotta do is click and paste. I forget what it was. I go, what the fuck is that? She goes, oh my God. You know, I'm like, the fuck, I don't use this shit.
That's because we're boomers.
Click and paste my middle finger up there.
I'm well abreast of all the click and paste type of shit. So,
Click here, click there.
and I'm a boomer. Y'all better get y'all game together.
I put it on YouTube because it doesn't seem to work on StreamYard.
Let me go get it.
Yeah, you click over there. It'll come up in the comments. There it is.
That ship
There it
has
is.
sailed.
Okay, it
You
does
go.
come up. It wouldn't let me paste it there, but it comes up. Okay, I learned something else.
Yeah, you might have.
Okay.
Yeah, you do it on YouTube. I don't think you can. Yeah.
Well, correct.
Maybe
As long
private.
as it's rich,
Maybe
you can post
private
it.
check.
Okay. So how do I copy this and paste it?
Like
Copy the whole. Right click.
I don't
Why do
have
you-
a click. I am on an iPad. I don't have a
Right.
keyboard or a
Well,
mouse.
you
Right.
stand up and you get on one foot and you turn around 6 times.
You put your
Pico.
left
Yeah.
foot in, you put your left foot out.
And do the flamingo,
Yeah.
the flamingo on one leg.
You go,
Or,
abuba, booba, booba.
I think you have to go
What?
Zulu.
double tap.
Double tap. Oh wait.
No.
Copy. Okay, there's copy, and come up here. Paste and search.
There you go. Nice going, Kiko. Now that worked out. You hit that fucker and then nail on the head.
Yeah, I'm gonna give me a pizza now. It's almost
No.
10 o'clock.
Hiccups?
I said it's almost 10 o'clock. I didn't have no hiccup.
What did you do today?
No. I cleaned my room. Remember, Kiko?
oh. That would have taken about 6 hours.
At least I had to
Yeah.
buy a lot from a junk
See?
drawer. I got
See, Tony, don't ever have me pressing buttons. You see what you did? Drop
I
me
didn't
off.
fucking do nothing. I didn't do shit.
You dropped
where
me
you
off.
at?
You helped yourself.
Tony, you a cyberpunk.
I didn't do nothing, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking goat. Fucking Billy Goat.
You're a cyberpunk.
Man. Man.
That's what Will playing right now. He's still playing cyberpunk.
Okay, so maybe by the end of the day, you'll have one new subscriber, Craig. Okay, if I make my way there.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, like Moses through the desert, man.
Because while I was back in Seattle, Craig's videos was the only thing that helped me sleep.
That's right.
Hey, you could have watched Michael's sleeping videos.
It ain't the same. He's just hiding. I don't hear bubbles. And shit.
Oh, that's right. No bubbles.
Oh, Michael's in the background. It's got to be good. Christian, you back? You do all the. He does all the background checks for me.
Right on. Well, since I'm the only one drinking, I'm going downstairs and make me another Johnny Walker and a Sprite.
Oh, you can't get your Canadian Miss there, huh?
Red or black?
Wow. Tony, I bought all the fucking Johnny Walker Red they had at the Korean store. The only have is
Yeah.
black now. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna donate my kidneys and liver to you. All right.
Don't fall down now.
Just your liver.
Just the liver.
Yeah.
Maybe you got a hard head, but your knees are weak.
Kiko,
Yep.
Say it all in one word. Just deliver.
Budweiser.
Budweiser, just deliver. Hang on, I can't return.
I just pictured Gareth in that got the nipple rings and this shit and black.
Gareth? You mean
Yeah.
the Prime Minister?
Yeah, I
Shrek?
just got a bad visual.
Shrek with
Standing there fucking at a Queen's party or something. Drinking Bud Light because he likes Bud, so he's drinking that gay beer.
right.
I just
with
you ever seen that? You guys ever seen that movie? That fucking one, with the goofy dude, one fucking goofy eye, and golly, it's about those little kids that.
Marty
Not
Feldman.
the kids that stumbled across some treasure or some old a pirate ship, and there was like a boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing, and these two younger ones. One was the little kid was Asian, and the other kid was that fat ass with the red hair. And then they had some that throw mama from the train lady was in there. I forget what that fucking movie is called. Shit. I'll remember when I don't need to. Real close to what I'm thinking now.
Oh man, I thought you were batting 1,000 with movies and old songs.
Ronald.
I wasn't challenged though. I can't challenge myself.
Is Ronald
I know.
asleep?
No, he
I know.
went down to get a beverage.
You
okay.
went down to get a drink.
I must
So you can pass out.
my picture must be miles behind because I'm on YouTube. There he is.
Ronald, you got to StreamYard, man.
Ronald. I put the link
looks-
to the video prank if you want to watch it.
Oh, yeah. Where is it? Oh, it's in.
The
right,
second
wait.
one.
Observe how Ronald can copy and paste. Watch.
I'm already there.
That's how super fucking fast he is. Eh? Jeez.
You remember me?
Come on, Michael. Come on in. We know you're back there. It's okay.
Prove
You're
to
amongst
us that
friends.
you're
here.
awake.
Even if you can barely pick your head up off the chair or desk.
Have you seen it yet? Kiko.
Ugh.
No, I have not.
Well, there it is. It's in the private chat, if you can see that.
Private chat is semi-public. Yeah, you can click on that one. Kinky.
And go right here. Do I need to get on a plane and go?
Guys,
Right.
no.
Craig standing up there with this 45 jacket on. Hey, everybody clapping. Give me my money.
You got the air conditioner running here.
It's winter.
Yeah. I still don't have the
Hey,
AC or the fan.
The issue is on an iPad, I can't watch you guys on StreamYard and play a video at the same time.
Yeah, put on the computer.
Because the audio only works on one, correct?
No, if you open another browser.
No, it
I
does.
don't know.
Browser.
Yeah,
But
Browser.
still, the audio.
yeah, that's Apple. I have no clue. I don't like Apple.
Don't you have a regular laptop there, people, or desktop?
Negative.
Oh man, give you up the time.
Well,
Chico,
I will
I got-
when. Go ahead.
I got a laptop here I'm not using. I can send it to you.
Fucking beans
No,
are
my-
wicked, man. It is true.
My boy goes to college next week. He's gonna leave his old laptop, so I'll have that one. Maybe
There
I'll
you go.
mess around and try to figure it out.
Dear old dad can get online.
Yeah,
you
I
wanna
bought
find some shit on there you might want.
I bought him the new one. I get the old one maybe.
That's the way it goes.
That's it. That's life.
Right.
That's me. Kiko,
Same,
you know
same,
that.
same with the spouse too. I just bought her a new iPhone.
Yeah, that's
Kiko.
right.
You know,
What?
in 24, we're working in reverse.
But I did break down. I went from Android. I got the cheapest iPhone. I got the, what is that little one, an SE or something? It's the same size as an iPhone 7 or 8.
I don't know. I feel bad.
I go in there, I get what I get. I don't analyze the number of what features it has.
I think the cheapest one, it was like 400, 4.5, something like that. So I got the cheapest
Ooh.
one. But the my wife didn't want the new iPhone, which is a 15. I think she got a 14.
I got a Chinese special there for 600 pesos.
Pesos.
Yeah, fucking works too.
You are cheap.
Like $11.
All I give a shit about is contacting my fucking bank.
Yeah, like
and,
like your friends, like Michael, who doesn't answer your call.
Right. Hey, Kiko, you know, Craig, everything is in reverse now. Here it is. Kiko buys his son a brand new laptop, but he gets the old one. Back in the day, Kiko would buy a new car, and he'd get the old car.
Yeah. That's right. I had to buy a new laptop last week for my son because he dropped it and smashed the power button about 6 weeks ago. Took it to the tech guys at school, but they couldn't fix it. So,
Yeah.
And
the replacement part would have cost you almost as much as the new one did.
Yeah, I suppose it's not bad. He's had it for 4 years, so
He got use out of it.
but it's got i7 or something in it, so it's okay range, but much faster than mine.
i7 is where you're gonna go. If you got the money to get an i9, yeah, then you go to the i9. I know.
What's that? Intel?
Yeah.
I for Intel?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Hewlett Packard i7.
That's the chip? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the i7. Yeah, it's HP. I mean, it's Intel. Anything, anything, unless it's AMD. It'll be a Razer.
I know it's $300 dearer than the i5. But anyway,
And he didn't want no i5.
Nah, he wanted another. He wanted a gaming one, but that was about $2,800. I said no.
I think we got one. We got one like that for like $1,300.
But 6,000 pesos spent.
Okay. Yeah,
It's a model C51.
I bought my i9 from Costco, $1,700.
Wow.
Let me think. It's got to be 6,000. Can't be 600.
What's the battery life?
Say what, Greg?
So what's the battery life on like a 9? Is it like everything else? 10 hours or whatever?
106.
Almost like 18 hours because it's a gaming.
Okay.
Yeah. So Craig, his was like 2K Aussie dollars.
Yeah. Okay.
Gaming one.
Yeah.
This is I don't use it.
Don't use it.
When I came here, I left my i9 desktop.
Okay.
So when I went home, I didn't have shit. So I went to Costco and got an i9 laptop, the gamer. So now I got two beasts.
Cool.
Well, Ronald, give Michael a call. See if he answers.
You got it in stereo.
There you go. You can start doing gaming live streams while you're there, Ronald, like everyone else is doing.
As long as it's in foreign format.
All
Oh yeah, I know that brand. I recognize that brand.
Are you trying to call Michael?
Yeah, I got the phone now. I just picked it up. Let me see. Like, who the fuck is this?
So wait, you said Michael goes between his apartment and the new place, right? I thought he never left.
No, he did. The last time I talked to him, he said he was thinking of keeping that place where he has all his computer stuff.
Did he say
Yeah,
how he
well,
gets
private-
between? How does he get between places? Does he take a trike or
Nah.
a tuk or?
Yeah, he ain't that far away. I guess he walked.
It's not. It's walking distance.
Yeah.
Wow.
You remember how he said he had an appointment with the eye doctor? Somebody was around the corner.
Yeah, I don't like
But-
iPhones either.
I hate iPhone. I hate everything Apple.
I hate change. I like to just stay with what I know.
No, I'm saying. Hang on.
I called the
I'll
bank
call
one
my-
weekend because they changed the format of online banking. I'm like, man, I just got it.
I got to put it on the big TV, Ronald. I can't see shit.
That's
Right on
5
that.
years ago. Where you at? All right, wait. There we go.
What's your channel name again, Tony? Oh, there we go. That's wrong.
Mine?
It's all right.
Yanking in the Philippines.
His answering
Keep
machine.
I
Way-
can see
way
you.
line.
You're calling Michael McFarlane now.
Yeah, keep going. I'm getting the same thing. Michael is not responding. He's probably.
He's in a background.
Have you talked to him before on the phone?
I talked to him right here on his
No,
last
but I
live.
mean, he might not recognize your number, so he's not answering it, right?
Well, it's Facebook.
He ain't answering nobody.
Oh, okay, it's Facebook.
Oh,
You were trying to
that's Five Amigos.
FaceTime him?
It's just Messenger, so he know me on Messenger. He
Good
talked to me
reading, man.
before.
Oh, okay.
Now we ain't gonna call
Good
Gary because Gary.
Yeah.
He probably got
Gary,
that doing today.
Gary
Say
sent
what?
me.
Go ahead, Craig.
I was gonna say Gary sent me a friend request on Facebook a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
Right on.
he's wanting to reach out and touch people. Now that he's there, he wants to.
Yeah.
Which is good.
You accept?
Yeah, it's good. I've got three friends now. It's good.
Wow.
I'm not in there.
I wonder if he's left the apartment yet.
Hold on, let me crack down Craig. Hold on here.
Who? No, you got to find.
What? Yeah, we connected, bruh.
Yeah, I think we are, Ronald. I think you're number 2. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Not only do I have to subscribe to his channel, now I'm going to have to find him on Facebook.
Yeah, and you have to subscribe to Lanny's channel too.
Who is this?
I don't know. I
That
can't
ain't
see.
you.
Put
Yeah,
it on
that's
there.
me.
Far away. Him,
Yeah,
man.
that's me like 10 years ago.
I know. Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
that's the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like Gaddeth.
That's the only picture I had back then. And I never go to Facebook. I get emails saying I've got 237 notifications or whatever.
You need to update that.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter.
You're the only guy that lost weight since you got older.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
I got crook for 19 months. I couldn't do nothing for 19 months. I lost like
I lost a
25
little bit
kilos,
because I don't,
which is like nearly
I don't drink
60
that soda every day.
pounds.
Same here. When I had that neck surgery, couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
I gotta have that Zap, man.
Oh, it was great. I spent a whole year vomiting and diarrhea at the same time every day. It was fucking brilliant.
That's a trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's an art to dry heaving shit at the same time.
What did you
gotta
have?
bucket here while you're sitting on the misdiagnosis.
That's going to be an Olympic. That's
by-
going to be an Olympic event next year. Next Olympic.
What did you have officially? What was it categorized
Well,
as?
no, it was misdiagnosis of diabetes. They diagnosed me as type 2, so they give me the meds for type 2, and then after every time I ate, it'd come back up, and then I went seen another doctor 6 months later. He goes, "They're fucked. You're type 1. You need injections." Yeah. It was yeah. And then
So
I
much
had
for-
to, and
So
because
much
I
for
went,
your weight loss program.
yeah, because I went through that process, then I had to get my licenses reestablished. You have to hit certain criteria for the specialists and whatever, but you have to have 2-3 month periods of that. So that added an extra 6 or 9 months on to I qualified to get them back, you know. But yeah,
So you were unemployable during that time, right?
yeah.
Or
Well,
you couldn't drive.
yeah.
Wow.
So it was, yeah. But it wasn't too bad because it coincided with COVID. So for the first 9 months of it, I was getting $3,000 a month from the government. So, you know, because the income dropped and then it slowly went. So there was no real incentive either, you know, to go back. But I had to go back when that ran out after 16 months or whatever. Because the last 6 months they cut it right back because everyone like me was scamming it.
So are you actually type 1 now, officially?
Yeah. I've been type 1 for like 8, 9. I don't know how long.
You still got it. You got to give yourself injections. Is that daily?
Yeah, about 7 a day on average.
I'm trying to do it. Buddy Bob.
7 injections a day?
Pretty much. I got to have one every 12 hours, slow release, and then I got.
Have you run out of spots yet?
Well, I shift it around, but yeah. So a slow release one every 12 hours, and then a fast acting one 10 to 15 minutes before I eat. Every time I eat or have a coffee or whatever. Wow. So you lose your incentive to eat, you know.
Yeah, no appetite at all.
But it is what it is. Doesn't matter.
Well, what was your symptoms that led you to think you had it?
Well, I didn't think. Looking back, I can a little bit of that, but mostly the looking back, it was like constantly drinking and constantly urinating and constantly sweating at night. Like I'd wake up in the morning and the whole pillow and sheet and everything would just be saturated in perspiration. But they only picked it up because back then I had to have medicals every 3 years, and when I went to the medical, they picked it up. And then looking back, I'd probably had it for a couple of years before I got diagnosed. Just for the fact that when I was working, you know, I'd be covered in sweat and.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna show you the boss here.
Okay.
I guess not.
I gotta cover my nipples.
No, my camera's not. My camera's not working.
Turn the light on. Need to turn the light on. It's all black.
No, it's daylight here.
Ah, okay.
Settings. Camera.
No. It's not on the PC. Kiko, do I need to put on a shirt?
No.
You worried about that now?
Yeah, because you knuckleheads are men.
No, it's not. Camera's not working, huh?
It must be
Well,
contagious.
see, that's the iPhone or iPad for you.
Oh.
I gotta get my kid in here. Show
You
her.
need that. You need the heavy flow pad.
Wow.
Oh, Kiko.
What did I do? What did I do to disable my camera? Front camera, back camera. They're both black. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. Oh, well.
This sounds like some of my relatives.
No, the old saying is intelligence is relative. Just none of my relatives.
Oh.
They showed that guy that does the soft white underbelly videos interview, and the interviews he's in West Virginia, where his brother and sister had a couple of boys, and the guy he does documentaries, so he buys one of the guys a pair of new jeans, and then down below in the caption says, "Don't trust a fart," he shit his pants. That fucker freaky, dude. You talk just like that movie Deliverance, man. Oh.
Tony, trust me. When you eat a lot of fiber, you don't trust the fart.
I'm real careful with that now, man.
It's sad, isn't it? You get old. You got to think about it.
Hold up.
I used to eat these fiber candy bar kind of things, and one time I ate enough in one day. My friend said, "You ate a week worth of fucking shit in a day." So I'm sitting there driving, fucking popping off air, and I could hear people talk. Was he farting? I think.
Tony, you're forcing my pipe. Not a while.
Okay. I'm going to get out of StreamYard and get back in, see if that makes a difference. Later.
Right. Now, what was you saying, Craig, before Tony running off with his gabagoo?
I can't remember. I don't know. It's probably just going to be a smart ass comment, really, but it's gone now. I don't know what it was. I don't know. It's been a long day.
Oh, I'm going into my Jewish shit now, Tony. Wait, hey, what the fuck?
Oh, John, the sauce. The sauce is taking effect.
Nope. Don't work.
What
Camera's
sauce?
on.
And you black like me.
I'm blacker than
Kiko blacker than me. When did that ever happen?
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, Dennis.
Yellow's for luscious.
Dennis in the house.
I'm gonna give one of my friends some work on his nickname. I called him a nickname. His nickname is Sexual Chocolate.
Sexual Chocolate. What's up, Baconator? I ain't seen you in a grip of Sundays.
Yeah, where you been? How you been? You still north of the border there? You haven't gone down to visit any friends in the tropics?
There is no telling.
No recent business in Colombia?
No, well, Cartagena.
Or Mexico?
He's like Carmen San Diego. You never know where he's at.
Hey, you know what? What's crazy is it's probably colder down where Craig's at than where Dennis is right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's the temperature today, Craig?
Which life?
Was 18.
15? Oh, 18.
Okay. Today, yeah.
So what's your temperature up there today, Dennis? Higher than 18?
How he changed teams.
Changed teams. He's joining the movement. That's good.
Oh, see, he must have watched the Olympics, huh?
Woo! Greg,
We
did you
do-
see that?
What?
Did you see that Olympic breakdancer from Australia?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I heard her on the radio today saying how upset she was. Everyone's criticizing her. She was doing her best, but I haven't actually seen it. But when I was driving the daughter to the station, I was listening to her whinging on the radio today.
You know how people like to photobomb? Well, she Olympic bombed.
Okay.
She just got in there and
It's a good
she got
idea.
her 15 seconds of fame, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
Flex those vagina muscles, man.
Now, I refused to watch any bit of the Olympics after the opening ceremony. I didn't watch 1 second of it after that.
I didn't see none of it.
That fucking male beating
I
the shit out
guess
of
we
him.
didn't miss anything.
I guess domestic violence don't count no more.
I did see-
Multi-millionaire spoiled brats whinging about shit.
I did see
Yeah.
the French pole. The pole vaulter, his dick knocked the pole, and you know.
I had a friend that mentioned that on Facebook. I said, I'd have
Tripped
cleared
over
that,
him
no
several
problem.
times.
Dude had a fucking Vienna sausage. And he knocked the pole over and he lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
All he had
yeah.
to do was back strap, you know, and he would have won. No, he had to show his long.
Yeah,
that
but
ball
after
made him
that-
sexually well.
Yeah, after that, imagine when he gets home, he's going to have them lining up for him with something like that.
Oh yeah, he's Craig. He is not only he is dick famous,
They'd be like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm finally leaving Ronald.
huh?
You're going to lose all your business, Ronald.
Hey,
2 hours,
man,
man.
old man
Whoa.
now. I need young blood. You know?
Everybody say
Carry the
goodnight
torch.
to. Everybody say goodnight to the
Good
regular
night, Michael.
Michael,
Good night, Michael.
for
Bye,
real?
Michael.
Bye, Dennis.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye, Dennis.
Good
Bye.
to see you,
Bye.
Dennis, for a flashing moment.